Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय।
जय
स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। बोलो
जय
श्रीमद् भागवतम की।
जय
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा।
ऑलराइट, सो हम लोग स्क्रीन ओके। तो कल हम लोग 36 श्लोक पढ़ रहे थे, अध्याय 14 का, 7th स्कंद। और 7th स्कंद में अभी एक ही और अध्याय बाकी है, द 15th, एंड देन वी वुड हैव कंप्लीटेड द अध्याय 15। और जैसा कि हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं इसमें, तो नारद मुनि युधिष्ठिर महाराज को एक गृहस्थी को कैसे रहना चाहिए धर्म के हिसाब से, वेदों के हिसाब से, वो समझा रहे हैं। सो इनिशियली ही एक्सप्लेन्ड अबाउट सन्यासी, द ब्रह्मचारी, द वानप्रस्थी, एंड नाउ इज टेलिंग अबाउट गृहस्थी। तो हम लोग यही पढ़ रहे थे। स्टार्टेड श्लोक 36। अनिल जी।
जीवराशि विराकीर्ण अंडकोशांग घृपो महान तन्मूलात्वादच्च तेज्या सर्वजीवात्मतर्पणम्. The entire universe, which is full of living entities, is like a tree whose root is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Achyuta Krishna. Therefore, simply by worshipping Lord Krishna, one can worship all living entities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It says here, Sarva Jiva Atma Arpanam. And he's saying, like, just by worshipping Lord Krishna, yesterday we were reading, like, it's compared with root. If you water the root, it goes to everything. Since the whole universe is basically, is created by Lord Sri Krishna. So he's the root. So if we worship Lord Sri Krishna, we are worshipping all the living entities, is what is mentioned here. Actually, it's the first purport is nice purport. So this Ajay.
In Bhagavad Gita 10.8, the Lord says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante man mam buddha bhava samavita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. People are very much anxious to give service to other living entities, especially to the poor. But although they have manufactured many ways to give such help, actually they are expert in killing the poor living entities. This sort of service or mercy is not recommended in the Vedic wisdom. As stated in the previous verse, it has been decided niruktam by expert saintly persons that Krishna is the root of everything and that worshipping Krishna is worshipping everyone, just as supplying water to the root of a tree means satisfying all its branches and twigs. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. And we know that in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna himself said, right? Said, Aham Sarvasya Prabhav, right? Sarvasya Prabhav, all the spiritual and material worlds. And as we know, the spiritual world is 75%, materialistic world, like including our universe, which is one of the innumerable number of universes, right, is only 25% of the entire universe, right? So beyond our comprehension. But all these spiritual and material worlds are Aham Sarvasya Prabhav. He is the source. Lord Krishna is the source of everything. Matah Sarvam Parvartate. Yeah, everything emanates from me. And then he's saying, so because of that, those who are knowledgeable, those who are wise, yeah, Buddha Bhav, Buddha Bhav, Samanvita, people who are wise, what do? Iti Matva Bhajante Mam, right? They do the devotional service of Lord Sri Krishna. This is what is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita by none other than Lord Krishna himself. Yeah, he's saying Iti Matva Bhajante Mam. So devotional service to Lord Sri Krishna is what is mentioned for a grihasti. This is what is also explained by Narad Muni to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yeah. पुराण्यनेन सृष्टानि नृतियर्ग ऋषि देवताः शेते जीवेन रूपेण पुरेषु पुरुषो हर्षो. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has created many residential places like the bodies of human beings, animals, birds, saints, and demigods. In all of these innumerable bodily forms, the Lord resides with the living being as Paramatma. Thus, he is known as Purush Avatara. Yeah, so what is being mentioned in all the living entities, not just the human beings, right? Including animals, birds, devatas, everyone. Nitya, Rishi, devatas. Yeah, Shete Jivena Rupena, like whole Srishtani. That's why he is known as the Purush Avatara. So what is mentioned. And a nice purpose. Let's read this, Anilji.
Bhagavad Gita 18.61, it is said, Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam pradadese Arjuna prishati brahmayana sarva bhutani yantra rudhani mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjun, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. The living entity, who is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, exists on the mercy of the Lord, who is always with him in any form of body. The living entity desires a particular type of material enjoyment, and thus the Lord supplies him with a body which is like a machine, just to keep him alive in that body. The Lord remains with him as the Purush Shirodakshai Vishnu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so depending on a living entity, which is like the Atma, right? Atma desires a particular type of material enjoyment. Yeah. Like a lot of people will ask, like, why am I here? Why have I been sent here? Right? If God is so kind, why doesn't he take care of me? Right? So the answer is like, it's not the God who has sent us here, right? भगवान ने हमें नहीं भेजा है, हमें आना था यहाँ पे. We wanted to come. We wanted to enjoy the materialistic life, right? But then what has happened is because of our karmas, we have got into this cycle. And so that's what is being mentioned here. And the living entity desires a particular type of material enjoyment, and thus the Lord supplies him with a body, which is like a machine. Yeah. And the Lord remains with him as a Purus, Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So as we remember, yeah, you have Golok, Lord Krishna, and then you have Karnodakshai Vishnu, right? First Karnodakshai Vishnu comes, and then which is the next one from Karnodakshai Vishnu?
Shirodakshai.
Yeah, you have Garbhodakshai Vishnu first,
Vishnu.
right? The Seshnag, right? Which is that Karnodakshai Vishnu. Then you have the Garbhodakshai Vishnu. From Nabhi of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Lord Brahma appears from Nabhi. And then also the Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters into each universe as Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So Garbhodakshai Vishnu, right? So many universes get created. And then he enters as a Kshirodaksha Vishnu into each and every universe. And Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the super soul, is the Paramatma. Like our soul is related to Kshirodaksha Vishnu. Yeah. So read this, Ajay. Ajay.
Yeah, this is also confirmed in Brahma Samhita 5.35. Eko pi- pi- pya- pyasau rasai- rasaitum jagad and kutim yach yak yakshat yakshat kir asti jagad and kaya yad antah andantara stha param anu kayantara stham govindam adi purusham tam ham bhajami. I worship the personality of Godhead, Govinda, who enters the existence of every universe and every atom by one of his plenary portions and thus manifests his infinite energy throughout the material creation. The living entity being part and parcel of the Lord is known as Jeev. The Supreme Lord Purush remains with the Jeev to enable him to enjoy material facilities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. तेषवेव भगवान् राजमिस्तार तमेन वर्तते तस्मात् पात्रं हि पुरुषो यावान आत्मा यते यते. O King Yudhishthir, the super soul in every body gives intelligence to the individual soul according to his capacity for understanding. Therefore, the super soul is the chief within the body. The super soul is manifested to the individual soul according to the individual's comparative development of knowledge, austerity, penance, and so. Yeah, Anilji?
दृष्ट्वा तेषां मिथो नृणां नृणां भग्यानात्मां नृप प्रेतादिषु हरेरर्चा क्रियाये कविभिः कृता. My dear king, when great sages and saintly persons saw mutually disrespectful dealings at the beginning of Treta Yuga, deity worship in the temple was introduced with all paraphernalia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so before Treta Yuga, in Satyug, everything was good because people used to respect all the rishis, munis, and all that. With Treta Yuga, it started degrading a little bit. So the deity worship in the temple was introduced, is what Narad Muni is telling Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yeah. Yeah. Ajay?
ततो आचार्यां हरिकेचित् संश्रद्धाय सपर्यया उपास्तपि नार्थदा पुरुष दुषाम. Sometimes a neophyte devotee offers all the paraphernalia for worshipping the Lord when he actually worships the Lord as the deity, but because he is envious of authorized devotees of Lord Vishnu, the Lord is never satisfied with his devotional services. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. पुरुषेष्वपि राजेन्द्र सुपात्रं ब्राह्मणं विदु तपसा विद्यया तुष्टया धत्ते vedam harestunum. My dear king, of all persons, a qualified Brahman must be accepted as the best within this material world because such a Brahman, by practicing austerity, Vedic studies, and satisfaction, becomes the counterpart body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. So, what is being mentioned? A qualified Brahman must be accepted as the best. And who is a qualified Brahman? Right? Not the one born in the Brahman family, right? But the one who is a Brahman by karma, And what is the karma here? Who is practicing austerity? He's doing the Vedic studies, right? And he's acting in the devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a Brahman, okay, it should be accepted as the best within this materialistic world. Hmm? Hare Krishna, Jyoti. ज्योति
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा पढ़ोगे?
ठीक है। नान्वस्य ब्राह्मण राजकृष्णस्य जगदात्मनः पुनन्तः पादरजसा त्रिलोकी देवतां महत्। My dear King Yudhishthira, the Brahmanas, especially those engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord throughout the entire world, are recognized and worshipped by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the heart and soul of all creation. The Brahmanas, by their preaching, sanctify the three worlds with the dust of their lotus field, and thus they are worshipable even for Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So look, like this is so important. What is being mentioned here is Narad Muni is telling to Yudhishthira Maharaj that who is the Brahman first of all, right? The one who are engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord throughout the entire world, right? Rajan Krishnasya Jagad Atmana, right? Throughout the entire universe. And those Brahmans, by their preaching, they sanctify the three worlds. Says a Trilokim Devatam Mahat, and the sanctify the three worlds with the dust of their lotus feet. Pad Raj is the dust. Pad Rajsa Trilokim Devatam Mahat. Yeah, and even Lord Krishna likes them, is what is mentioned here. Anilji?
As admitted by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 18.69, Nacha Tasman Manusyasya Kastinami Priya Kritamaha. The Brahmanas preach the cult of Krishna consciousness all around the world, and therefore, although they worship Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord also recognizes them as worshipable. The relationship is reciprocal. The Brahmanas want to worship Krishna, and similarly, Krishna wants to worship the Brahmanas. In conclusion, therefore, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas who are engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord must be worshipped by religionists, philosophers, and people in general. At the Rajasuya Yagna of Maharaja Yudhishthira, many hundreds and thousands of Brahmins were present, yet Krishna was selected to be worshipped first. Therefore, Krishna is always the Supreme Person, but by his causeless mercy, he recognizes the Brahmins as dearmost to him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So Krishna is of course the one who is worshipped first, but yeah, by his mercy, the Brahmins who are always devoted to Lord Shri Krishna are also the dearmost to him. And that's why, we think sometimes, like, if you go to various segments, like if you go to Swami Narayan, Swami Narayan Bhagwan, like, is not Narayan Swarup, is worship, right? Of course, we worship a lot of saints. And then you see, like, hey, how is that? Yeah. How come we are worshipping them and, then Lord Shri Krishna? So only because the reason is they are dearmost to Lord Shri Krishna, and that's why they are worshipable. Yeah, is what is mentioned here. And thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purpose of the 7th canto, 14th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Ideal Family Life. Yeah, how a Grihastha should live and engage in devotional service. Bolo Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
jai. And now we have one more adhyay remaining in this particular skand, the 7th, chapter 15, and that is about instructions for civilized human beings. Yeah, what are the instructions Narad Muni is giving for civilized human being? Yeah. So we'll continue reading that. Ajay?
It's not.
Hmm?
I can't see the shlok.
You cannot?
I can't see the shlok.
Can you now?
No, it's stuck at the translation.
Or is it?
Yeah.
No, I can see it on mine.
You can? Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
I can read them.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, now it's
Narad
correct.
Uvacha कर्मनिष्ठा द्विजाः केचित् पोनिष्ठा नृपापरे स्वाध्यायेऽन्ये प्रवचने केचन ज्ञानयोगयोः. Narad Muni continued, My dear king, some Brahmins are very much attached to fruitive activities, some are attached to austerities and penances, and still others study the Vedic literature, whereas some, although very few, cultivate knowledge and practice different yogas, especially Bhakti Yoga. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Brahmins are also, you will see like a lot of Vaishnavas are engaged into different types of activities, right? Some are reading Vedic literature, some are doing meditation, some are doing austerities, right? And some are doing bhakti yoga, etc. Is what Narad Muni is mentioning. Yeah. Can you see Ajay now?
Yeah, now I can see. Jnana nishthay deyani kavyan jnananya natya michhata daive cha tadbhave syati syadit rebhyo yatharata. A person desiring liberation for his forefathers or himself should give charity to a Brahman who adheres to impersonal monism, Jnana-nishtha. In the absence of such an advanced Brahmana, charity may be given to a Brahman addicted to fruitive activities, karma kand. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let's read this Jyoti.
Okay, let me. 1 minute. Charity, therefore, should be given to the first-class transcendentalist, the devotee, because the Shastras recommend Muktanam api siddhanam Narayana parayanaha sudurlabha prasantatma kotsav api mahamune. O great sage, among many millions who are liberated and perfect in knowledge of liberation, one may be a devotee of Lord Narayana or Krishna. Such devotees who are fully peaceful are extremely rare. A Vaishnava is in a higher position than a Gnani, and therefore Advaita Acharya selected Haridasa Thakura to be the person to accept his charity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So some people are very intellectual and very philosophical. They claim to have the Gyan Yoga. Many are self-realized also, truly self-realized, right? And they are higher in Gyan. But what Lord Krishna himself is saying is even the Bhakti Yoga, the devotees are a Vaishnava, is in a higher position than a Jnani, right? And we have seen like how Uddhav Maharaj, who is the highest Jnani, was sent to gopis to understand the devotional service, right? Do deve pitar karye trinekak mubhyatra va bhojayetsu samitto api shade kuryana vistaram. During the period of offering oblations to the demigods, one should invite only 2 Brahmins. And while offering oblations to the forefathers, one may invite 3 Brahmins. Or in either case, only 1 Brahmin will suffice. Even though one is very opulent, he should not endeavor to invite more Brahmins or make various expensive arrangements on those occasions. Yeah. So on those occasions, only a limited number of Brahmins should be invited. Anilji?
देश कालोचित श्रद्धा द्रव्य पात्राणि च सम्यक भवन्ति नैतानि विस्तरात् स्वजन arpanat. If one arranges to feed many Brahmins or relatives during the Shraddha ceremony, there will be discrepancies in the time, place, respectability, and ingredients, the person to be worshipped, and the method of offering worship. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ajay? Ajay? Mute. You're on mute.
Yes, sorry, I didn't realize.
It's okay.
Deshe kale cha samprapte munyan munyantra hari devatam shraddhaya vidhivapatre nestam kam dhug akshayam. When one gets the opportunity of suitable auspicious time and place, one should with love offer food prepared with ghee to the deity of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then offer the prasad to a suitable person, a Vaishnav or Brahman. This will be the cause of everlasting prosperity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Narad Muni continues to explain all this to Yudhishthir Maharaj. Jyoti? Jyoti?
Oh, 1 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Take your time.
Devir Shri Pitrubodebhya Atmane Atmane. It's like small font in the phone. That's why I'm sorry about it.
Yeah.
Devarshi Pitrubodebhya Atmane Swajanaya Cha Annam Samvibhajanya Sarvam Tat Purushatmakam. One should offer prasada to the demigods, the saintly persons, one's forefathers, the people is, in general, one's family members, one's relatives, and one's friends, seeing them all as devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so what Narad Muni is explaining to Yudhishthira Maharaj is about a civilized human being, how he should act, is what we are reading in the last shlok of, right? So this is the last adhyay of 7th skand, right? And that's what Narad Muni is explaining. Yeah. Prem sir?
न दद्यात् असीम श्रद्धे न चयाद धर्म तत्वैत मुनि अनः स्यात् पर प्रतिर यथा न पशु हिंस्या. A person fully aware of religious principles should never offer anything like meat, eggs, or fish in the Shraddha ceremony. And even if one is a Kshatriya, he himself should not eat such things. When suitable foods prepared with ghee is offered to saintly persons, the function is pleasing to the forefathers and the Supreme Lord, who are never pleased when animals are killed in the name of sacrifice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So it's never recommended. Pashu hinsya, priti yatha na pashu hinsya, yeah. That is never appreciated. Thus, sacrifice is never appreciated. Hare Krishna, Rinaji.
नैतादृशः परो धर्मो नृणां सद्धर्मक्षितां न्यासो दण्डस्य भूतेषु मनोवाक्या यजस्य यः. Persons who want to advance in superior religion are advised to give up all envy of other living entities, whether in relationship to the body, words, or mind. There is no religion superior to this. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Eke karma yan yajnan ज्ञानी नो यज्ञ वित्तमा आत्म संयमने अनिहा जुहति ज्ञान दीपिते. Because of an awakening of spiritual knowledge, those who are intelligent in regards to sacrifice, who are actually aware of religious principles, and who are free from material desires, control the self in the fire of spiritual knowledge or knowledge of the absolute truth. They may give up the process of ritualistic ceremonies. So it's even mentioned that people who have become self-realized, have got advanced in spiritual knowledge, right? Those people, those citizens do not have to perform the ritualistic ceremonies. Yeah, because they're already highly advanced, devoted to the Lord Sri Krishna. They can give up the process of ritualistic ceremonies, is what is explained here. Anilji?
People are generally very interested in karma kanda, ritualistic ceremonies for elevation to the higher planetary system. But when one awakens his spiritual knowledge, he becomes uninterested in such elevation and engages himself fully in jnana yagna to find the objective of life. The objective of life is to stop completely the miseries of birth and death and to return home, back to Godhead. When one cultivates knowledge for this purpose, he is considered to be on a higher platform than one who is engaged in karma yagna or fruitive activities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we've read again and again and again and again, like what is the objective of human life? Yeah. What is the highest perfection of the human life? Is really to get engaged into devotional service. Why? So that we can stop the miseries of birth, death, and old age and disease, right? Because there's no argument to that. We know that this is the fact, right? All of us know that this is the fact. Everyone, every living entity here is going through this misery of birth, death, old age, and disease. And to stop that, right? To return to back to Godhead, the devotional service is the best, right? What is mentioned? Ajay?
द्रव्य यज्ञै यक्ष यर्ष माणं दृष्ट्वा भूतानि बिभ्यति एष मा करुणो हन्यादत् दत्तञ्जो हात सृप्त ध्रुवम्. Upon seeing the person engaged in performing the sacrifice, animals meant to be sacrificed are extremely afraid, thinking this merciless performer of sacrifice, being ignorant of the purpose of sacrifice and being most satisfied by killing others, will surely kill us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jyoti? You're on mute, Jyoti.
Yeah, 1 minute. I was just looking at something. Okay, yeah. Okay. Tasmadevopa nena munyanenami dharmavit santushta haraha kuryani dhyanai mittikihi kriyaha. Therefore, day by day, one who is actually aware of religious principles and is not heinously envious of poor animals should happily perform daily sacrifices and those for certain occasions with whatever food is available easily by the grace of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Prem?
Vidharma para dharmascha abhasa upma chala adharma shakha panechima adharmo dharmavat tyajit. There are 5 branches of irreligion, appropriately known as irreligion, vidharma, religious principles for which one is unfit, paradharma, pretentious religion, abhasha, analogical religion, upadharma, and cheating religion, chaladharma. One who is aware of real religious life must abandon these five as irreligious. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So what Narad Muni is explaining to Yudhishthira is anyone who is really religious, right, should abandon those irreligious activities. Yeah. Pardharma, Abhash, Upmachal, etc. Rinaji?
धर्मबाधो विधर्मः स्यात् परधर्मो अन्यचोदितः उपधर्मस्तु पाखण्डो दम्भो वा शब्दभिक्षलः. Religious principles that obstruct one from following his own religion are called vidharma. Religious principles introduced by others are called paradharma. A new type of religion created by one who is falsely proud and who opposes the principles of the Vedas is called upadharma. And interpretation by one's jugglery of word is called chaladharma. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So all these adharms are described, right? Like vidharma, right? Pardharma. If anyone is creating a new type of religion, being falsely proud and opposing the principle of Vedas is Uddharma. And of course, a lot of people just have their own conclusions, right? Chal Dharma. All those things should be avoided, is what is mentioned. Interesting readings. Let's read this, Anilji.
To create a new type of dharma has become fashionable in this age. So-called swamis and yogis support that one may follow any type of religious system according to one's own choice, because all systems are ultimately the same. In Srimad Bhagavatam, however, such fashionable ideas are called vidharma, because they go against one's own religious system. The real religious system is described by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sarvadharman Pratyajay Mam Ekam Sarvam Braja. The real religious system is that of surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord. In the sixth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in connection with Ajamila's deliverance, Yamraj says, Dharmam tu sakrad bhagavat pranitam. Real religion is that which is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just as real law is that which is given by the government. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, like, instead of just following any kind of religion, the religion is, and as you know, Lord Krishna himself is telling Arjun, Sarva Dharma Paritajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vrija. That's the only religion. The only religious system is that surrender, the devotional service to the lotus feet of the Lord. And we also read the sixth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, if you remember, Ajamil's deliverance. And we read about how Yamraj, after Ajamil is taken by Lord Vishnu's Dutas, how Yamraj says to Dutas that the real religion is the one which is given by the God himself, not by created by somebody else, right? So that's the real religion. Yeah. Ajay? Ajay?
No one can manufacture actual law at home, nor can manufacture actual religion. Elsewhere it is said, Savai Pumsham Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhoksaje. The real religious system is that which leads one to become a devotee of Supreme Lord. Therefore, anything opposed to this religious system of progressive Krishna consciousness is called vidharma, paradharma, upadharma, or chaladharma. Misinterpretation of Bhagavad Gita is chaladharma. When Krishna directly says something and some rascal interprets it to mean something different, this is called chaladharma, a religious system of cheating, or shabdabhit, a jugglery of words. One should be extremely careful to avoid these various types of cheating systems of religion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jyoti? Jyoti?
Yes, I can see. Okay. या स्वेच्छया कृतः पुंभिरावासो हृश्रामात्मा कृताक् स्वभाव विहितो धर्मः कस्य नेष्टः प्रशन्तये. A pretentious religious system manufactured by one who willingly neglects the prescribed duties of his order of life is called abhasa, a dim reflection or false similarity. But if one performs the prescribed duties for this particular ashrama or varna, why are they not sufficient to mitigate all material distresses? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So those religious systems is sufficient, is what Narad Muni is saying. Yeah. Prem.
Dharmarth api nahita yatratham vadano dhanam ani hani hamanasya mahar heri vidita. Even if a man is poor, he should not endeavor to improve his economic condition just to maintain his body and soul together or become a famous religionist. Just as a great python, although lying in one place, not endeavoring for its livelihood, gets the food it needs to maintain body and soul, one who is desireless also obtains his livelihood without endeavor. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rinaji?
सन्तुष्टस्य निरीहस्य स्वात्मारामस्य यत् सुखम् कुतस्तकाम लोभेन धावतो अर्थे हयादिशः. One who is content and satisfied and who links his activities with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, residing in everyone's heart, enjoys transcendental happiness without endeavoring for his livelihood. Where is such happiness for a materialistic man who is impelled by lust and greed and who therefore wanders in all directions with a desire to accumulate wealth? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, yeah, I think so. I think we'll pause here. Yeah. And we'll continue to read this. Basically, this is the final adhyay of 7th Iskan. And it's all about devotional service again. Let's hear the nice kirtan. We are going to hear for 5 to 6 minutes and then we'll continue it tomorrow again. Yeah. So let's hear that.
रामचंद्र की जय। जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय वृंदावन रसिक मुकुट मणि जय गोपी जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय वृंदावन रसिक मुकुट मणि जय गोपी जय ठाकुरानी की। राखो रुचि जोई सोई, राखो रुचि सोई जोई ठाकुरानी की। मेरो एक प्राण धन, एक ही जीवन, नंद नंदन मदन मोहन राधिका रमन। मेरो एक प्राण धन, एक ही जीवन, नंद मदन मोहन राधिका श्याम ही है मेरो यार, श्याम ही सो मेरो प्यार। श्याम ही है मेरो यार, श्याम ही सो मेरो प्यार। श्याम ही है मेरो यार, श्याम ही सो मेरो प्यार। श्याम ही है मेरो यार, श्याम ही है, श्याम ही है मेरो यार, श्याम ही सो मेरो प्यार। श्याम ही है मेरो यार, श्याम ही है मेरो यार, श्याम ही सो मेरो प्यार। श्याम ही है मेरो यार, श्याम ही समायो है कृपालु तन मन। श्याम ही समायो है कृपालु तन मन। ओ श्याम ही समायो है कृपालु तन मन। श्याम ही समायो है कृपालु तन मन। जय राधे जय कृष्ण, जय वृंदावन, रसिक मुकुट मणि, जय गोपी जन। जय राधे जय कृष्ण, जय वृंदावन, रसिक मुकुट मणि, जय गोपी जन।
बोलो श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय।
जय।
Jai.
Right, we'll continue hearing this bhajan tomorrow, completed. And have a good night, and then see you tomorrow at 9:30.
Right.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna,
I
everyone.
think
Good
within
night.
next
Hare
couple
Krishna.
of days we'll complete this count. So nice.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.